Ah, the Trump era, a time when reality often feels like a satirical sketch, with each day offering a new headline that could easily be mistaken for an opening monologue on a late-night comedy show. Today's episode features the curious case of U.S. District Court Judge James Boasberg and his daring decision to temporarily block President Donald Trump's latest escapade in the realm of immigration. In a move that could only be described as a nod to the past, Trump attempted to use a wartime law from 1798, yes, you heard that right, 1798, to deport Venezuelan nationals, including some allegedly involved with the notorious Tren de Aragua gang. It seems the administration's knack for historical references remains unmatched as they dig deep into the archives to find just the right legislative relic to suit their needs. What's next? A revival of the Stamp Act for modern-day tax collection? Judge Boasberg, clearly not impressed by Trump's time-traveling legal strategy, issued an emergency restraining order to put a temporary halt to these deportations. Why? Because according to Boasberg and the plaintiffs, the deportations could cause imminent and irreparable harm. It's heartwarming to see someone using the word irreparable correctly in a sentence these days, as it often seems like the term could apply to many of the administration's policies. Naturally, the response from Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, was one of defiance. Appearing on the ever-insightful Fox and Friends, Homan declared, "We are not stopping." Such a bold statement from a man who seems to believe that persistence is all it takes to convince a federal judge of the merits of a 200-year-old law. Perhaps Homan and his friends expect the judge to reconsider once they explain the historical significance of their approach over a cup of colonial-era tea. Now, you might be wondering why the administration would go to such lengths to deport Venezuelan nationals. Could it be that they believe invoking obscure laws will somehow strengthen national security? Or maybe it's just another episode in the ongoing series of Trumpian logic, where the absurd becomes the norm, and the norm becomes, well, non-existent. Meanwhile, as this legal drama unfolds, one cannot help but wonder what our founding fathers would think of their legislation being used in such a modern context. Would they applaud Trump's nostalgic approach to governance, or would they politely suggest he focus on more contemporary issues? Alas, we will never know, but it's certainly a fun exercise in historical speculation. Before we continue, a quick reminder. If you're enjoying this satirical stroll through the latest news, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your likes and comments fuel our witty critiques and ensure you never miss an episode of reality's finest absurdities. Returning to the spectacle at hand, it's worth noting that Judge Boasberg's decision is not just a critique of Trump's methods, but also a reflection of the broader judicial skepticism towards the administration's immigration policies. This skepticism is not without cause, as time and again, courts have found themselves in the position of referee, blowing the whistle on some of the more outlandish plays. As this battle plays out in the courts, the public remains divided. Some cheer for Boasberg, seeing him as a defender of constitutional sanity, while others side with Trump, convinced that an 18th century law is precisely what the 21st century needs. It's a debate for the ages, one that's sure to continue as long as there are laws to be dusted off and administrations willing to wield them. Now, dear viewers, what are your thoughts on this latest chapter in the saga of Trump's immigration policies? Do you find Judge Boasberg's decision to be a beacon of rationality in a sea of chaos? Or do you side with the administration's creative legal interpretations? Share your opinions in the comments below. We're eager to hear your take on this historical reenactment gone awry. As we wrap up this episode, let us reflect on the irony of an administration that prides itself on its modernity, yet finds comfort in the arms of antiquated legislation. It's a reminder that in the world of Trump, the past is never truly past. It's just one executive order away from making a comeback. Thank you for joining us on this satirical journey through the headlines. Remember to hit that subscribe button and leave a like if you enjoyed our take on the news. Until next time, keep questioning, keep laughing, and keep a close eye on those history books. You never know when they might make a return to the spotlight.